P3 is not really about financing. It's about making sure that the risk lies with the party best able to manage that risk. I think that's very core to the model. And that financing really, it anchors the risk long term. That's what the model is intending to do. You know, another thing to consider, and I think the minister mentioned this in his presentation, that the private sector has always been involved in all of our projects. And that's something that we can't lose sight of here, is that they've always been involved in that. P3s are typically a mixture of public and private financing. And you can gear it to make sense for your project, to what level of financing will anchor the risk appropriately. So we've seen, you know, provincial funding or authority funding go as high as 85%. If there's still enough in that 15% to anchor the risk, then it makes sense. If there isn't, you know, gear it down. A lot of times you hear 50-50. There's 50% private, debt and capital in the project, and 50% government, 60-40. You see different things, and that's the importance of value for money analysis, is to do that sensitivity analysis and figure out what makes the most sense to anchor that risk, because it's about risk transfer and not about financing. Yes, government can borrow cheap, right now even cheaper than in the past. But does it really make sense to borrow $1 billion when you can get the same thing for $700 million?